So good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 4 here in the Orlando Convention Center. It's really great to have you all here with us today. I'm Brian King. I'm with the Bing Products Global Ecosystem team. And we're going to talk to you today about a number of capabilities to connect you to what is the largest collection of information on the planet, the internet. And while I was giving my talk here, this short intro, there were literally millions of updates taking place on the web. There were website updates, Twitter updates, many happening all around the world. And the APIs I'm going to talk to you about today and the demos I'm going to show you will show you how to make those relevant for your business. Specifically, we're going to talk about how these APIs can bring the world's knowledge to your applications. And we've built quite a number of APIs for this, and we can make it really easy for you. So this looks like a long agenda. I'm not going to bore you with tons of slides, but I do have 3 demos to show you, so we'll keep this moving along, keep it exciting. And all the demos I show you today, if you want the source code associated to the demos, we'd be happy to provide that to you afterwards. By way of an introduction, our APIs power many people today, both internally within Microsoft. We use them internally in our own applications. Through our distribution channels, we syndicate out our capabilities to third parties who use them to create their own massive capabilities, like Yahoo and AOL. And we have a set of cognitive services on Azure.com, and that's what I'll be speaking most about today. And we have many companies using those to help power the capabilities within their business. Where will you find these? Well, they're part of the Azure AI collection of capabilities under AI apps and agents, specifically under Azure Cognitive Services. Now, Azure Cognitive Services is a collection of about 30 APIs across 4 major categories: decision, vision, language, speech, and web search. There are more capabilities than I could ever speak to in the time that we have this morning, so we're going to specifically focus on the web search capabilities today and how we can connect there. But please do join us on the hub. There's many great teams down there who would be happy to talk to you about any of these areas. So specifically, the Bing APIs and cognitive services include things like our web search API and many others: image, video, visual search, custom search for creating your own site search for your site or creating that perfect vertical search. And I'll be demoing some of these today, but you might be asking yourself, well, I'm not creating a search engine. Why are these applicable to me? Well, there are many use cases that are being used by companies today. For example, universities, colleges, and schools are using our APIs to give their students help with citations. That's a nice way of saying they have an easy way of detecting plagiarism, to remind the students that they should have given that citation to the thing that they copied from across the web. If you think of any information that's being copied into or out of a company, and how that information that might be coming to your company, how you might want to do some fraud detection on that. For example, we have a large travel company that uses our API to look at the information that's being input about apartments. And they look across the web because people who want to commit fraud, they don't want to do a lot of work. They're going to copy things from across the web. By taking that information and looking for it across the web in an automated fashion, they can determine that these things are actually not real, and they can protect their customers in that way. And I'll show you how to do that as part of our demos today, and I'll show you some of the code in Python, in JavaScript. You can do this in many languages, C#. We have many SDKs for it. We have companies using our local business listings for address verification. If somebody gives you an address in a form, is it real, or are they making it up? And finally, we can use our visual search capabilities and our web search capabilities to do copyright management. And I'll show you how to do that today in a demo as well. And it's all really, really easy. Why? Because we've done all the heavy lifting for you with these APIs, and you can get these things going in literally minutes. So let's start with what I'm calling copyright protection, but as you'll see, you could use it in many different ways. For this demo, I'm going to use the web search API, which is basically connecting your application or app to all of the public information on the internet. That's a massive database, and you need tools and capabilities and ways to filter that down so that you can really, really make good use of that. In this demo, I'm going to be showing you a specific piece of text that, let's pretend, for example, that this is my piece of information. It's information that I've created. It might be a news article. It might be a description of a product. And I'm going to look across the web to see if other people have used that. So I'm going to switch over to my demo here really quickly, and we'll talk about the code afterwards. So let's see if that comes up. All right. So this is my little demo app that I'm running locally here on my machine. And I have a few different scenarios here that I've coded into this very, very simple demo. And I've kept it really, really simple just so there isn't too much that you need to do to follow what I'm trying to do on stage. So in this particular case, I am taking the United States Declaration of Independence, because I'm pretty sure we're going to find that across the web, but let's pretend that that's a news article that I wrote. Or let's pretend that's a description of a product that I created. Or let's pretend that that's a piece of information that somebody has given you and uploaded to your site as part of the reference information that they might be providing in relation to some business that you're doing with them. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to find this across the web, but let's see how the tool does. So in this particular case, I'm going to load the file. So all I'm doing here is I click the button. I'm loading in this Word document. And what we're doing is we're parsing out sections of the Word document, and we're searching for those across the web. And you'll see now the process, and I'll show you some of the code behind this, but the process that's running behind this now is actually taking that whole document that I have, and it's looking across the web to see, and now it's done. It's that fast. So we took the Declaration of Independence, and we wanted to see, could we find this? And it looks like there are 19,407 references where we found these few phrases that I put in this document. OK, let's have a look. If I click on this, we'll see that, yes, we matched 100%. I'd set a threshold of finding 80% of them as sort of an indication that whether or not the test would pass or fail. And in this case, hey, this information that we have is elsewhere on the web, so the test failed. We don't want that. Let's take a look and see where the matches were. So if I look here, you can see that, well, not surprisingly, the input string of like, we hold these truths to be self-evident was found on ushistory.org. Or other things were found on founding.com. And I could go on and on and on, but we've done this in a very automated way. And just to prove that to you, let's click through to US history, and we can see, yes, we hold these truths to be self-evident is right there on the page. So in a very automated way, I've taken this information and I have found it across the web. So somebody is using my information, and is this a good or a bad thing, and how do I feel about that? So let's go back to the main viewer here, and we'll take a look at the things. I will be taking questions at the end. Is that OK? We'll have plenty of time for Q&A at the end. I'd be happy to do it. So in this particular case, I coded this up using Python. Usually many of my demos I'm using C#, but I thought we'd change it up a bit this time around, just because our APIs are pretty agnostic. You can use them in Python, JavaScript, Node.js, whatever it is you want to use, C#, .NET. Go to town, because we have all the SDKs, and we can handle it in any language. In this particular case, what I'm showing here, the Python code I'm showing is that we're actually taking the input test strings, and we're splitting them up. And then we send that very simply via a RESTful API call to our service. And then with the information that comes back, we do a couple of really, really simple things. We split up the title in the snippet, we clean it up, and we do a comparison to see if that test string that we had was significantly found on the web. So really, really easy, simple stuff. And in our case, we found many matches, and we were able to create a simple display UI to determine what those were and where we found them. Or there might be no match, and I could demo that to you as well if we had time. So in that particular case, we used the web search API, RESTful API, to determine where material that we had was available across the web. All right, let's move on to our next demo. Let's talk about asset management. So great, you're saying, Brian, that was fabulous. I have lots of text that's coming into my company or that I care about that I have in my company that I want to protect, but I have a lot of images too. Okay, we've got you covered there. We have something called Bing Visual Search. So Bing Visual Search, following true to the theme that a picture really is worth 1,000 words. And in many cases, it's hard to describe things. If I go over to my friend's house and he has a cool new light chandelier thing, and I go, gosh, I wonder where I could find that on the web. There are many companies today that are using our visual search in retail scenarios to allow people to take pictures with the camera and to be able to find equivalent things across the web. Our visual search provides additional features on top of that, including entity recognition, being able to find, of course, visually similar things. You can see the red shoe here is being found across multiple things. And we can also tell you things about whether or not the image came from a merchant. And here's kind of an interesting one. If it's a food image, we can tell you if there's an associated recipe on the page as well. We love our food at Bing. In this particular case, I'm going to use the Visual Search API in my next demo to take an asset that I care about, which might be your logo. It might be a product that you have, product logo. And we're going to use that to do something similar across the web. We're also going to use our image search capability. So our image search capability also takes text strings, and it can find images across the web. There's the image that I'm showing you on the picture here is the actual demo that you can try out yourself up on Cognitive Services. You can go up and try this out yourself today. And one of the cool things about the demo is that it allows you to play with some of the facets and filters that exist. So I want to find images of this name, but I want to do it in a specific color. We can do that for you. I want to do it with a specific content license type. That's very interesting. Like, I need images that are Creative Commons licensed because I need to be able to use them for my own company. Well, our image search API can do that for you and help you find those on the web. But for our demo today, we're going to use both visual search and image search to track assets and manage that. All right, so in this demo, I'm going to use a JPEG, and I'm going to upload that as my input query to the demo application that you saw earlier. We're going to use visual search to find a specific reference to that image in the Bing collection and images that we've crawled from all over the web. And then we're going to use image search to display examples of where that exists across the web. So we're going to do that right now. So let's switch back over to the demo machine here really quickly. And you remember on the left-hand side, we were doing it with text, but now we're going to do it for images. So in this case, I'm using an image that we own at Microsoft, the Xbox logo. You all know it pretty well. It's pretty easy to recognize. And in this particular case, I'm going to open that. And as soon as I do, it's now processing. I'll show you the code for this afterwards. And it's done already. And in this particular case, we found 95,006 references across the web. I may have a few problems with people using my image. I'm not sure, but we'll check. So I'm going to click in here and see how do we do in this test. So here's a few examples of sites that are using this image. There are many of them, actually, and I could scroll down and see, OK, who's using my image across the web here? OK. Well, let's give I Love Bargain as an example some love today. And I'll click on this one, and we'll see, oh, yeah, there's that image. They're using it there at that particular web address. And just so you know, and the demo gods being good to me that I'm not making this up. Let's click on that and go over to their site, and sure enough, top of the page, there's the image being used across the web. Looks like they're doing coupons back to Xbox.com. I'm sure the Xbox guys love that. Okay, but here you saw in this particular case, this could have been a case where somebody is maybe doing something nefarious, where they're using my product image, they're using my logo, they're using copyrighted information. We're here in Orlando with Universal and Disney and companies like that, and they have so many assets, and how are those being potentially used or potentially even misused across the web? Now, what did we do? Let's go back and look at the code for this one. And we'll just switch back really quickly. Just takes a second. Great. So in this case, the first thing that we did was, and you can see here that you can see the visual search URL. All of these are available at api.cognitive at the top there. So this is our link to the actual service. And we've taken some headers, and this time I showed the headers on this so that you could see this a little bit more in detail. The thing that you'll need to use all of these APIs is a subscription key. But as you'll see at the end of my presentation, we'll give you one of those for free. You can try this out with thousands of calls, and it won't cost you a penny. If you get into deeper and deeper production, sure, we're going to ask you for a few coins to keep our servers running, but you can try all of this out and give it to your development teams for free. So in this particular case, I start by taking my image, and I'm getting a token from our service to sort of identify that image and the representation of that image in our index. And then I take that token, and I do a query across our image collection, our image search API, our catalog of images, and I bring that back, and I paginate the references, and I created a little reference dialog. So it was a little different than last time, just to show you something different. I created little bubble tabs to sort of identify each of the websites that were shown. And when we clicked into it, we were able to see the actual titles and snippets and click on that and go out to the actual examples out there. So you could see how this could really automate doing this kind of work for employees in a company that are trying to track and manage assets across the web. Okay, so what did we do? We used the Bing visual and image search APIs, and we were able to find sites on the web that were using a similar image. All right, next demo. I promised you lots of demos. This is the last one. This time, I'm going to talk about reputation management. So your company's reputation is super important. What are people saying about you on the web? What's appearing in the news today? Maybe you're from a big company and you have a massive PR department, and they're going out and they're looking on the web every day to see what's being said. Maybe you have a really small company and you can't afford a PR department. It doesn't matter which you have. You can give them great tools today through just some simple coding to actually help them manage the reputation of your company. So what we're going to use for this particular demo is the Bing News Search API. Now, the News Search API prides itself on freshness. News is happening all the time. We have thousands of relationships with news partners, which we're actually really proud of because we pay money out to news providers because we want to keep them alive. They're having a hard time with the internet these days. And we use information from news sources to be able to provide a service to you so you can see what's going on in real time in the world. Now, you could also use our web search API to do some of this stuff as well. But in this particular case, I'm using the News Search API for this particular demo. So what does the News Search API do? Well, as you probably guessed, when I pass in a text string, it will show me news items that are related to that particular text string. So for this demo, we're going to issue a query to the News Search API using a keyword that's important to maybe my brand. And I have a very simple text box for this demo. I didn't want to over-confuse it. But the way I'd like you to think about it is, what if you had a list of all of your brands, your company name, all of your brands? What if you had a list of all of your competitors' brands? What's being said about them as well? And if I automated this, what could I bring back? Because there's a lot of people in PR. I talk to a lot of these people, and a lot of people in PR departments who are doing searches every day, and they pass around links in an Excel spreadsheet, and there's all this sort of heavy lifting, busy work going on. What if you could create a line of business application for them that did all of that for them, did it every day, could even email out interesting things that are found? And I didn't do this here, but I was thinking as I was walking over here this morning, I could have added our cognitive services text analytics sentiment analysis to this. So I'm going to show you how we find things across the web. But imagine once you take your brand and we start finding things across the web, doing sentiment analysis on that. Were these people talking positively about me, or were they talking negatively about me? Maybe I can get a lead start on being more proactive and less reactive to what's going on. And for my competitors, what are they announcing about their products? How do I stay up to date on that? You can create a line of business application for your companies using these tools in minutes. Let's have a look at the demo before we go into the code, just so we get a sense. All right, in this case, I'm going to go to my reputation management tab. And in this particular case, I've entered the word Microsoft. Now, as I was saying a few minutes ago, imagine if I had a list of all my products and all of my competitors' products, and I could add to that list easily. That'd be easy to do. A combo box, a list, whatever you want to do. You could even be uploading a text file, whatever it is. It could be really, really easy. To make this super, super easy and simple, I just did a box here where I can type stuff in. Now, when I click on this button here, it's going to hit our new search API. And you can see that, oh, there's a bunch of news about Microsoft today. Of course, there is. We're at Ignite, about HoloLens 2. We're shipping HoloLens 2. The OS launcher V5 is now rolling out. And the really great thing about this API is that you can set the amount of time that you want in terms of things coming back. You can do this with our web service as well. So show me things that are within a certain date range and scope. So let's try another one of these. So let's do Microsoft Ignite. What are people saying about that? OK, data and analytics news roundup, all the news about Microsoft. And we can pull out tags too in relation to specific items. So you can see they're really, really easy to automate bringing this stuff back. And now I could do sentiment analysis on this and determine whether or not these news articles are of use to me. OK, so let's look at the code. This time, I did it in JavaScript. So as I said earlier, all of our APIs and our SDKs are available in multiple languages. In this particular case, I'm using the Bing V7 version of our news API, and the path to that is news search. I set the market to ENUS because you can pick. We have these APIs available in many markets. I set the market to English US in this particular case. I wanted to bring back the top 30 things in relation to what I found. You can bring back many more, but of course, there's only so much we can consume as humans easily. And then I put together the URL to that. I take my subscription key. That's the one that you can get for free. And I called into our RESTful API to get the responses. Where we see the total matches, we generate those nice boxes, and we pull out the tags as well. And again, if you'd like more of this code, because we don't have time to go through all of the code, if you'd like to get more of this code, we're happy to make that available to you if you reach out to us or talk to us. Come down on the hub floor and talk to us, give us your information, and we'll make that available to you. So in this particular case, we used the Bing News Search API, and we returned content to help monitor information that we cared about across the web. All right, so how do I get started? I put up a QR code here. I actually have another slide that has an even bigger QR code on it that will take you directly to the directory of all of these APIs and how and where they are available on the web. The one thing I want to point out here, though, is that we also have open source SDKs available on GitHub. So if you want an SDK, you can go there and get it. If you want to modify an SDK for your team, you can go and get it. And you can take that and you can modify it to your needs. All of these SDKs connect up to and hook up to our RESTful APIs and will allow you to very, very easily interact with them. The other thing that I want to point out that's on the right-hand side here is that we have these new 5-minute quick starts. And they're great. And you can see the number of languages that are listed out here. C#, Node.js, Ruby, Python, PHP. It doesn't matter what you like to code in because we want to be where you are. All of you, our customers, are the reason why we get up every morning. And the thing that nothing makes us happier than to see you enabled with our APIs. That is the thing that just brings me joy. When we work with our customers and they use our APIs to create really, really cool things, and we just love that. That's why all of my team exists. It's what we come to work every day to do, is to enable all of you. So you can go to these. It's one of the reasons we came up with these quick starts as well. One of the things, we've got lots of documentation and we've got reference information, but the thing that we were hearing again and again is, how can I start, Brian, how can I start in like 5 minutes? I just want to get going. Just make it super easy for me. Take me by the hand, and for 5 minutes, show me how to get going on these. No problem, we've done it. We have a 5-minute guide in the language of your choice up there on the web for you to get going. It's super, super easy. You can just follow the step-by-step instruction, and you can get going right away. So I promise to make that a little bit bigger for you to take a picture of if you're a little further back in the room. I know sometimes it's a little harder to capture the QR code. And with that, I'm gonna pause here, and I'll go to the slides in a minute that will ask you to fill out the evaluation. Please do. We love getting feedback. We put a lot of work into our presentations and preparing for you. The other thing I'll mention on this is if you go to aka.ms/bingai, it will also take you to the correct area in the cognitive services that you can use. Now, I brought some swag with me. Mahesh, if you wouldn't mind throwing one up here to me, I have these cool fidget spinners that are also USB hubs. And I want to give those away to anybody who's got a question. Yes, sir, please. And feel free to use the mic so that the recording can get you as well. We'll answer it for everybody. Thanks very much. That's great.
Is there a connector available for Automate?
For Power Automate. So we don't have connectors. We do have RESTful APIs. I mean, if you're using Axios like we were doing there in JavaScript, if you're using any of the libraries that come with those, as long as you can make a HTTP call, you can make use of them. It's super, super easy. It's a good question in terms of connectors, but we decided not to go the connector route and just instead opted for a series of SDKs and a series of RESTful calls just to make it super easy. But thank you for the question and the suggestion.
Let's try that again. Yeah, I got all the attention over here. How about languages? Just regular languages? Is it only English, or what do you provide right now?
That a little bit. So we support our APIs in many, many languages. There are there's actually a language list on Bing.com. We will actually show you in the reference languages, but we support about 40 languages. Many of the, as you'd imagine, English, a lot of the European, Eastern European, and Asian languages, including traditional simplified Chinese, Japanese. There's a long list. So definitely not just English. And if we're not meeting the need and supporting a language that you want, come and tell us, because we want the feedback. Yes, please, sir.
Use anywhere. Let's say we have a Power BI report. Can we call these APIs in the report and get the results?
You absolutely can set yourself up to be able to call these eyes from an application and leverage Power BI to show the results. I think I heard you say, can you call them for free? You can up to a certain limit. There's a certain amount of free use every month. And above that, of course, I have servers to pay for, and you know how that is. So up to a certain level, you can use them for free. And beyond that, they're actually fairly inexpensive. If you're a large company, trivially inexpensive.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question
Great
regarding.
questions. Yes, please.
Sorry, regarding being.
Do you mind if I just take one? We'll just go in order. Thank you so much. No, I definitely want your question. Yes.
Real quick, I was wondering, how would you combine this with a natural language search?
Okay, so that's a great question. So within each of these APIs, we're actually doing natural language processing for you already. So we do natural language processing. We do query alteration. So if somebody types in something and it's sort of fairly badly mangled, we'll probably correct it to something really, really, like if somebody types in BSC, BAL, we'll turn that into baseball. So we do a lot of that natural language processing. If you want to do additional natural language processing on top of that yourself before the query makes it to the APIs, you absolutely can do that. But what I'd advise you to do is to first try it out and see how well we handle it and save yourself the bother. Because one of the points I was making to you all was, we really want to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why the APIs are there. So if we're not doing something that you want, let us know, and we'll look at it. Yes, sir.
All right.
And I stopped you from asking a question in the middle of my presentation, so thank you for waiting to the end. I really appreciate it.
But to be honest, the question I have, actually, I think it was solved by the presentation.
Okay, great,
So,
great.
but I have another one.
Oh, another question. Okay, even better. A
So
2-4.
I have it here, so I don't say it wrong, but the being custom search,
Yes.
what's the difference between this and Azure search?
I love this guy. What a great question. So Azure Search is focused when you have information that you want to store in, for want of a better word, a database or an index, and you want to be able to search across that. What custom search will do for you is allow you to take all of the information that you have that's externally facing. So you might have a website on your company, and to create a search box on that site. So you can create a really, really cool site search. You can do it for text, image, video. And we do a hosted UI page for you. We do Autosuggest for you on it. It's really, really cool. You should try it out. You can also build great vertical searches with it. So if you wanted to build the best health search, the best financial search, you could enter in all of the domains that you care about and search across those.
So the technology behind those two applications is the same, or there's some difference?
There
One
is a little bit of a difference because custom search is leveraging the Bing index that's basically, we crawl petabytes and petabytes of data a day across the entire web because it's changing so quickly, as I was talking about at the beginning of the presentation.
Okay.
And Azure Search will focus on the set of data that you bring
Only
it.
my data.
So all of your data internally in your tenant, and you want to search across that, and that will search across there. They are different technologies, but a lot of similar things like natural language processing, and you can use our spell correction services on top of those and leverage that. And Azure Cognitive Services is incorporating some of our other cognitive capabilities to be able to do more things like document understanding and entity extraction and those kind of things too.
Thank you.
So, but definitely check them both out. They're both great. Yes, sorry, sir. Now, coming
no
back to
problem.
you. I
Don't
definitely
worry.
want to hear your question.
I
Thank you.
got a question about the Bing custom web search. How much customization can we do on top of that? For example, can we filter based on different search tags in the article?
Based on different, say again for me?
Search tags.
Search
The
tags.
meta tags in every single article. That's the first question. The second question, how easy it is to connect with Bing for business.
Oh, okay, great. Wow, these are really great questions. So Bing for Business, which we didn't talk about here, is something called Microsoft Search, which allows you to take a lot of your internal content and bookmarks and capabilities and have those returned to your business as you search on Bing, and then also do external content. Let me answer your first question first. You can send any type of query or tag or whatever it is you want into custom search and delineate the results down to that set of domains that you care about. And if that's not answering your question, come up to me afterwards and we can talk deeper on that one. But it's pretty broad and capable, and you know, and can take pretty much any kind of textual input for that.
Okay.
And then your second question with regard to Microsoft Search. So today, Microsoft Search shows internal content and results from Bing, but you're the second person at this conference that said to me, hey, it would be great to see Microsoft Search and my own custom search results returned as well.
Right.
And we're going to take that feedback back to the team.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's great questions. Yes, sir.
Yes, a bit detailed question here, but regarding the news API, can you get information when the content was kind of found in the index or added to the index, or if the content has been changed since then?
Yes, I do believe that we provide information as to the published date of the article. With all of our APIs, image, web, you can bring image back in terms of, hey, when was this crawled, how relevant is the information. And that's really important because we have a series of filters, too, where you can say, for example, on the web search API, just give me results that were in the last 24 hours. Just give me results that were in the last week. Give me results anytime. And that can be really useful to sort of narrow down and scope down. Yes, sir.
2 questions. Are you able to export the results of a search in, let's say, like a flat file or tabular format, even if it's just sort of URLs? And then sort of secondly, when you do the copyright stuff, is there a mechanism to return like a rank order of probability that is actually a copyright? Because I'm assuming it would return like things that actually, for the Xbox example, things that actually show up on the Microsoft website, which would not be copyright.
Right. So, how do you? Let me start with your second question first. Absolutely, you could make it part of your query to sort of maybe leave out certain websites, sort of, you know, don't return this, or in the set of results that were returned, it would be very easy for you to programmatically look at the URL and say, oh, that's my own company, I don't need to worry about that. So you can manage that there. In terms of your first question, in terms of ranking, we automatically do that. We bring back what we think is the most relevant. And you can sort of, scope it down in terms of time, with sort of, for example, for the web search API, so that you can see things that are more recent. Yeah, great. Thanks very much for your question.
I have one more question.
Yes, yes,
Is
sir.
there any API
and for those who are leaving, thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it, all your time. Thank you.
Yeah, is there any API for the stock performance?
Say that again for me.
Is there any API to see the stock performance? Let's say how Apple stock is performing.
I'm not hearing you. That's what performance?
The stock.
Oh, stock performance. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so you can today on Bing.com. We don't provide that in the API because we don't have the rights to pass that on because we get it from NASDAQ or a third party. Mm-hmm. But if that's your feedback that you'd like that, then we'll take that feedback. Okay? Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, and I think we're out of questions at that, so thank you all for spending time with us today. Hopefully that was useful. Please do come visit us in our booth in the AI and data area. And don't forget to fill out your evaluations because those are important to us too. If you found this valuable, we'd really love to hear that from you. So thank you very much. Thank you.